about the economic sanctions, I think the lesson to learn from this is, if we had these sanctions regarding the acquisition of technology, the economic sanctions should also be looked at as a blessing in disguise. That maybe we will learn to live within our means, and that may be a big help. I must mention the name of Professor Emeritus Dr. Rafi M. Chaudhry, who I feel that the University of the Punjab did the right thing by recognizing his contribution and offered him Professor Emeritusship. And I have the honor of visiting him very often when I was teaching botany in the department next door to the solid state physics. And what a motivating experience that has been to everybody. And this evening I was reading in the newspaper, somebody has written about Dr. Rafi M. Chaudhry in November. The gentleman is there, he points out, okay, I didn't know. I must congratulate you, and I felt that what Government College has recently done to name the laboratory, high tension laboratory, as Dr. Rafi M. Chaudhry Laboratory is the right thing to do. And I would say that we at the university are very proud that Dr. Rafi M. Chaudhry motivated a younger generation and senior teachers who are working wherever. And I have met quite a few of them who said whenever they would come, they would go and see and meet Dr. Rafi M. Chaudhry. And I remember one meeting of the Senate of the University of the Punjab, where the meeting started at 9 o'clock and went all till 3 o'clock. And what I noticed was he would only have a cup of tea, a plain, simple cup of tea, no biscuits, nothing of the sort. And he was, it was the great Qaid who requested him to come over, and he did. And I think his dedication and devotion was more than obvious. And like the writer in the article has mentioned, that the policemen on the road crossings would set their watches because of the punctuality that his entire schedule involved, I think is very right. So, he's not with us, but I'm sure his spirit is there and watching us, and his children. Dr. Anwar Chaudhry came to me about 6 months ago. He was visiting here with PCSAR, and he very rightly offered that he would like to deliver some lectures in the university various departments. So I started with requesting my colleagues in botany and zoology, and later on in solid state physics and other departments, chemistry also. And he visited them, and I can see it runs in his, it's available in his genes also, the dedication is there. And the sister who has been recognized now, and Dr. Samar Saab has mentioned, they were like class fellows and known for a long time. So such noble examples of a family of committed people and a teacher, a committed scholar who contributed, and he really irrigated the minds and thought processes of so many people, and a group of people we have here who have really done us proud in the international community. It's a tribute to the teachers, and we keep saying the teachers in this society are not respected. I believe they are respected. I taught myself for more than 3 decades, and I know one has to earn respect. It doesn't come automatically. If I am a teacher, I should be respected. I have to do my job properly, only then I will be respected. So Dr. Saab, coming back to the Odyssey that you mentioned, I was feeling it sounds so very simple. When you describe it in 45 minutes, it seems it's just like another story. But I am sure there must have been a lot of tons of commitment to produce these kilotons of energy that we saw. And I'm sure there must be a lot of frustrations also on the way in terms of what is happening outside the walls where you are working, and what was being done to the country. And what we keep sort of trying to emphasize in the rhetoric that we use, that everything will be all right and we will be able to achieve. But I feel, sir, in your organization and in KRL, we have the models in this society for other institutions to follow. And I will share with you that while I was working abroad, I used to travel very frequently to Islamic countries. And one country that I visited, that was Mauritania. And there somebody asked me that, do you know why we love Pakistan? I said, maybe the distance, drums case may be the, answer. You are so far away from us, you don't know us, so you love us. He said, no. He said, no, the reason is, in the recent history, Pakistan is the only country which has been created in the name of Islam. I said, what a tremendous distinction we have. And now, with 134th on the Human Development Index, which Dr. Samar has mentioned, last year it was 132. I'm sure his figure is the latest. It is 134. And we are number 7, and some people say 6th. I don't know, maybe in terms of the success of our nuclear test, perhaps it could be argued we are number 6. Exactly. So, I mean, what a distinction. And sir, I would say thanks to you and your dedicated team and people like you, and you have said, it's not a group of 5 or 10 people who have done it. It's thousands of people in those 15 to 20 directorates that you mentioned. And people coming from all different branches of science and engineering. And I still feel, and I keep saying it to my colleagues in the university and wherever I have an opportunity, all hope is not lost. We keep condemning, the problems we have with our education system. This morning we had a meeting of the Academic Council, and we were talking about modernizing curricula. So I requested all the boards of studies, please modernize them and not in isolation. Look at what is being taught at the intermediate level, then let's change things at the graduate level and the postgraduate level. It has to be done as a links in the chain. Do not do it in isolation. But still, let's not forget, people like Dr. Anwar Chaudhary and many others, those who went abroad, they made a success of it. And even these graduates of all the universities in Pakistan and colleges like illustrious colleges like Government College Lahore, wherever they went, they made a success of it. And people very often say, Pakistanis, when they go abroad, they are the most hard-working people. But when we are here, 130 million of us, I think the impetus that you have provided, sir, you and your team, I think is the noble living example for all the rest of us to emulate, to draw lessons from. So that is why I say that at my age group, I feel now in our books, when these things are narrated, and I hope they are done very well, they are students, younger generations will read them. They will feel proud of us. It's because of the efforts of dedicated people who are here. I don't want to take much of your time, except by saying that I am reminded, I read last night, I must confess, it's only last night I read the perspective of the Khwarizmi society. And I know the illustrious person after whom this society is named. And I would like to share with you, we don't want to live in history. But we want to draw lessons from our history. Because 400 or 500 years of Muslim dominance are very easily passed by the Western writers and authors. But they did do a lot of contribution. The Muslim made contributions. But I am reminded of somebody who said that Muslims should look at history in terms of driving a motor car. You keep looking through the rear view mirror, what is behind you, but you keep moving forward. So this is what we have to do. The Khwarizmic society is trying to promote science and technology in the tradition of Muslims. And here it has been mentioned that what benefits will be derived, a question was raised and a very valid one. What lessons can we learn and what hope do we have for the development of science and technology in the wake of the successful nuclear tests that we have had? I am sure it will have a lot of effect, windfall, in terms of the motivation and impetus that science and technology should have. And I feel it's the universities and the research institutes who have to learn a lot from the success that the Atomic Energy Commission has been. And I can see the commitment of the people there, And while he was describing these people working over years, I know there was a time when they would not let people go. Once you join the commission, you have to stay there. It was not nothing I can see. It wasn't a sort of classified, sort of information that was the, risk of losing people. But perhaps there were very few cases of people who wanted to leave. It's simply because the leadership provided by people like the late Dr. Usmani, who brought the best brains. And I think that was the first time in this country, perhaps, when people said all those who have achieved first classes throughout their career, they should come to the Atomic Energy Commission. So he selected the cream and turned out the product of which we are all proud of. So Dr. and my respected friends here on the stage, I am most grateful to you. I am really honored, and I look forward to the day when we will request you to come and address all the students in the university at your convenience. We will request you that. I am grateful to the Khwarizmi Society for having organized this function. And Dr. Saadat Anwar Siddiqui, I know him, he came to me the other day and he said, would you like to come? I said, of course I would like to. I am most grateful to him for giving me the opportunity to listen and meet these stalwarts of whom we are proud of in person here. And I am grateful to the Interact for joining in. And of course, Obi Bank is also mentioned there. So the sponsors, we gratefully acknowledge their contribution. And sir, we look forward to and hope to welcome you in the university very soon. Thank you very much.
Hope, after hope, after hope. हर चंद मेरे रास्ते पुरखार थे बहुत, लेकिन मेरे जुनून ने मुझे गामज़न रखा. In the end, I would like to ask upon Tahir Habib Chima, the president of the Interact Club of Lahore Sharqi, to give a final vote of thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor for me to conclude today's monotopic conference as the president of Interact Club of Lahore Sharqi. It is a tall claim for me to say that we have been solidly obliged by the company of such distinguished people of national esteem, such as the Vice Chancellor of the Punjab University, Professor Dr. Khalil Qurehi, and the Chief Guest Speaker, Dr. Samar Mubarakmand, Hilal Imtiaz, as well as the other eminent scientists from the Pakistan Atomic Energy Commission, namely Dr. Khalil Qurehi, Dr. Mansoor Baig, and Dr. Masoor Ahmed. The Interact Club of Lahore Sharqi feels immense pride and elevation in organizing such a high caliber event. All my members also share the same sense of indebtedness. It has really been a pleasure working for the arrangements of today's function, and I hope that most of you would have enjoyed it to a lot of benefit, not forgetting a chance to see our national heroes. In the end, I invite you all to a modest dinner outside the theatre. Please proceed. Thank you.
After the silence, please be seated.